Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Ayodhya Khan, chapter number 111, the last word upon it. The recital begins now. Rama preserved a dignified silence when Vasistha laid before him the Dharma of his house, for he said to himself, "My father's word is more imperative." The sage read his heart and replied, "Every man has three gurus, the teacher, the father, and the mother. The latter give him the body of flesh. The Acharya builds for him his body of wisdom, and hence stands higher than the parents. I was the Acharya of your ancestors. I am your Acharya. Follow my counsel, and you will not swerve from the path of the good. Rule justly and wisely over these Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, citizens, and your other subjects, and you will conform to the traditions of your forefathers. The mother stands infinitely higher than the father, say the Vedas. Hence you do ill not to wait upon your aged and virtuous mother. You follow in the footsteps of the great and the good when you reverence her word. Again, Bharatha, who entreats you with his head at your feet, is he not dear to you as your own life? Would you reject his earnest prayers? Is it not the brightest gem in your crown that you never abandon those that seek your shelter? You say that you have promised to yourself not to go back upon truth and dharma, but have you forgotten your other promise, equally sacred, that you do not refuse your mercy and protection to those that seek it of you? Thus did holy Vasistha place before him the duty of kings. Rama was prompt with his reply. The righteous man walks in the way of righteousness as long as his body serves him faithfully. The Father gives us that body. He loads us with countless benefits even after we come to years of mature wisdom. I hold, in consequence, that His word weighs with us more than that of a guru. Its binding force is greater. The scriptures say, "Your mother is a god unto you, your father is a god unto you, your Acharya is a god unto you." They place the Acharya after the parents. These perform countless fasts, penances, pilgrimages, and propitiatory rites to the gods to be blessed with a son. They feed and clothe him, they watch over him with infinite patience during his infancy, childhood, boyhood, and youth. They lavish all their love and care upon him, and no one can hope to discharge his debt to them, though he devoted countless lives to the task. Now the emperor is my father. He gave me this body. His commands come first, and my promise to him. My mother's behests and Bharata's entreaty but come after. Now shall I allow my father's word to go for nothing? Bharata's heart was sore to think that it was to no purpose that he begged the crown from Kaikeyi for Rama. So he turned to Sumantra that sat there and said, "Look sharp and spread the kusha grass here. I will fast till my brother grants my prayer." The creditor fasts with a covered head at the door of the recalcitrant debtor. Even so, I stretch myself across the threshold of my brother's cottage till he returns with me to Ayodhya. Sumantra cast a hesitating glance at Rama to take his order from the prince, which, observing, Bharata spread the grass himself and lay on them. This displeased Rama, who cried, "My dear Bharata, how have I wronged you that you seek to coerce me with such terrible measures? It is enjoined on the Brahmanas to lie on one side all the time and force the obstinate debtor to pay him his dues. The Kshatriyas had denied that remedy. Oh, best of men, give up this horrible penance and go back to Ayodhya as soon as you can." But Bharata sat up and asked the people, "Why do you not add your prayers to mine?" And they replied, "We know full well that Rama never goes back upon his word. He speaks reason. He would abide by the commands of his father and carry them out, and it is impossible to make him act otherwise." Rama took it up and said, "Take counsel of these whose hearts are ever wedded to Dharma and to your welfare. Add to it my own advice and come out of that grass of bed. Cleanse yourself of the stain of taking upon yourself a duty that belongs to a higher order by sipping pure water and touching me. Why me in preference to such saints as Vasistha? You take an oath upon me not to repeat your folly. Bharata did so and addressed the assembled multitudes. Brahmanas, ministers, civic heads, and citizens, lend me your ears. I never hankered after this crown, even in my dreams, nor did I at any time advise Kaikeyi to this course. I never uttered a wish that Rama, my revered and virtuous brother, should be exiled to the woods. If it is agreed on all hands that His Majesty's commands are to be obeyed, and that by leading a life in the forests, I undertake to do so for 14 years in the place of Rama, and let him take my place on the throne at Ayodhya, both of us would have well kept our father's commands. The reply took Rama by surprise, and he said, I nor Bharata has any power to cancel, repudiate, modify any arrangements His Majesty makes, sale, purchase, or mortgage. He bought of me the kingdom that was mine of right and paid me the price of it in the shape of forest life. Have we any power to alter it? It were eternal infamy if I lead a forest life by proxy. Purification by mantras is allowed only when the man is too ill to bathe in cold water. I should rightly look out for a substitute when I am disabled, else my father's words go for nothing. Kaikeyi spoke right and the emperor acted right. None knows it better than Bharata. He is a model of patience and loyal service to others. Straight of speech and noble of heart, he ever sets the highest good of all as the goal of his actions. The good Lakshmana is here to assist me during my residence in Dandaka. You may depend upon me to return to Ayodhya at the end of the period and receive the crown. Kaikeyi requested His Majesty to grant her the boons, and I try my best to keep my promise to her. Follow my advice and save our sire from the sin of an untruth. Mangalam Koshilendraya Mahaniya Gunabhi Chakravarti Dharmarjaya Sarvabhaumaaya Mangalam.